Hey folks, so here we are, Tuesday the 1st of March, and I imagine a lot of you are looking at the crypto markets at the moment and thinking, what the heck is going on? Isn't there supposed to be a war on? Why on earth are prices pumping in the way that they are? Well, there are quite a few reasons for this, and they all have something to do with the unfolding nightmare in Ukraine to a greater or lesser extent. Now, I think probably the main reason is buying pressure, both from Ukrainian and Russian buyers. Now, in Ukraine, the infrastructure is being rapidly eroded by Russian attacks. It's going to be very, very difficult to use the traditional banking system there, if at all. So crypto is perhaps going to emerge as one of the only ways in which people are going to be able to transact, to exchange value, to keep any sort of economic activity going. And I think so a lot of Ukrainians will themselves be buying crypto in order to use it inside Ukraine. And I think a lot of exiled Ukrainians, the Ukrainian diaspora around the world, many of them will also be using crypto to send money back home to relatives trapped inside the country. Then, of course, we also have Russian buyers as well. And I think it has to be said that although Ukrainians are the ones suffering the most from this conflict, ordinary Russians are being affected as well. This is something that's been inflicted on them by their leaders and the ultra-wealthy. This is not something that the ordinary Russian appears to want in any way, shape or form. So I think Russian buyers are also looking to protect their purchasing power. The bottom has absolutely fallen out of the ruble thanks to Western sanctions. So people are desperate to find any sort of option to maintain the value of their savings. And again, crypto is stepping up to fill the gap here. So there's almost certainly a lot of buying of crypto going on from both Ukrainian and Russian buyers at home and abroad. Now, the other reasons I think we could be seeing this pump one particular has to do with speculation, and it is only speculation, that the Federal Reserve may not raise interest rates quite so aggressively as first thought. And again, this is because of the conflict in Ukraine. The political situation has changed massively across the world in the last few days since Vladimir Putin invaded. And a lot of the concern that was weighing on the markets prior to all this happening was concerns around the Federal Reserve in particular raising interest rates, which would have caused asset sell-offs across the board. Now, again, as I say, this is only speculation. The Federal Reserve is going to raise interest rates at some point. That is almost certainly going to happen. But many people are beginning to feel now that those raises won't be quite as aggressive as first thought. So again, this could be a positive for the market. One final thing worth considering, I think, as well, is oil. Now, basically, there's been a lot of concern that this conflict is going to put the price of oil through the roof. It's already gone up massively, and increased oil price means increased energy costs, increased prices across the board. It's terrible for inflation. So this is something that, again, has been weighing on the markets, but there is speculation now that a lot of Western countries may look to release some of their oil reserves in order to try and keep prices down. Now, this would obviously be good for energy costs, and it would be good to help tame inflation as well and rising prices. Now, all of this doesn't suggest that we're going to be out the other side of this situation anytime soon. The situation in Ukraine is only getting worse and more tragic by the day. But this is an example of crypto in particular stepping up to fill the void, because people across the world, especially in Russia, but elsewhere too, are rapidly losing faith in government-issued fiat currencies. And more people are going to be discovering just how useful cryptocurrencies can be in this sort of situation. So, folks, those are a handful of reasons as to why the crypto market is going up today, and we will, of course, keep you posted on any future developments.